Let's talk about medical care for asylum seekers. You have a right to receive medical care from general doctors, specialists, emergency department, and you also have a right to receive medication. However, you may not be covered for some specialized medical procedures, cosmetic dentistry, and glasses. You need a medical card and a prescription book, commonly known as Bibliario. In order to receive your medical card, you need to visit Ministry of Health in Nicosia. You will be asked to complete an application form and submit with it your confirmation letter and alien registration certificate if you have it already. Your medical card may say Όλα δωρεάν, meaning all free, if you can show to the officer at the Ministry of Health that you're receiving social welfare benefits. This could be evidenced with a copy of your check or a letter from the social worker. In such case, when your medical card says all free, you will receive completely free access to medical care and medication. Otherwise, you will be asked to pay 3 euros for a general doctor, 6 euros for specialized care, and 50 cents for each medication prescribed. This is an example of your medical card. Please pay attention to the expiry date and have it renewed every time when you approach this date. Your prescription book is given to you at the first visit at the general doctor. Please ask for it at the reception desk when you register to see a doctor. In this book, the doctor will prescribe any medication that he recommends you take, and you will be able to receive it from the government pharmacy for free. This is what the prescription book looks like. What happens when you get sick? If you are able to make it to the hospital yourself, the emergency department is situated in the General Hospital of Laccia, bus number 158160. If your medical card is not all free, you will be asked to pay 10 euros at the emergency department. If you're not in a medical emergency situation, you need to contact a general doctor in the nearest medical center. Children under 12 years old, pregnancies and gynecological problems are treated at Makarios Hospital in Nicosia. If a doctor prescribes medication for you, be sure that he does so in your Bibliario, in the prescription book. Then you will be able to receive it from the hospital pharmacy. Such pharmacies are in the General Hospital in Laccia and Makarios Hospital in Nicosia. You will then obtain this medication for free. The doctors may ask you to purchase some medication from private pharmacies. Medication prescribed by the emergency department doctors has to be purchased in private pharmacies only. While visiting hospitals and speaking to medical personnel, you may hear a phrase "Resi" or personal doctor. Resi is a new medical system that asylum seekers are not entitled to yet. You need to remind your doctor or nurse or the administrative officer that you are an asylum seeker following the old system with medical cards and you are not entitled to Resi. How do you recognize where to go? How urgent is your medical condition? If you have difficulties breathing, if you are severely bleeding, if you have broken bones, if you have suicidal thoughts, or you have lost consciousness, these are situations that could be emergencies. In such situations, you should call an ambulance. The number of an ambulance is 112 and 199. Remember to give the correct address to the nurse and be able to describe your symptoms in general. If you can make it to the emergency department yourself, do not forget to take your documents with you, your medical card and your prescription book. You need to be aware that the emergency department is working often over capacity and you may have to wait for a long long time to be seen by a doctor. If your medical condition is not an emergency, go to the nearest medical center. The medical centers are situated in all districts of Nicosia. There is one called Old Hospital for Nicosia Center. There is one in Engomi, Strovolos, Aios Dometios, and so on. Choose the medical center nearest to the place where you live. In the medical center, you will see a general doctor who will either provide treatment or refer you to a specialist. And then you can make an appointment with a specialist in the general hospital in Laccia. In the medical centers, there are also dentists if you require dental care.